I saw the few minutes clip of what happened at Manchester Airport. The police officer and what he did to the guy on the floor. I want to be the first to admit that I have not seen the video. I've not seen the full video. Sorry. I've not seen the full CCTV video of how it started that led to that point. I want to be the first person to say, I don't know what the context was. So my opinion is based solely on that few seconds clip that I saw. My opinion is that guy should not have been a police officer. He should never ever had worn the uniform. I've seen so many excuses online. I've heard so many on phone in radios. He must have seen red because his colleagues were either beaten, their nose were broken, whatever. I've seen so many excuses. So many excuses regarding what happened. So my opinion is based on few seconds and of what I've had so far to this point. I think that police officers should be charged. You see, justice should not only be done, but it should be seen to be done. And policing in this country is by consent. We consent for us as citizens to be policed by the police. When we step out of line, you arrest us, keep the peace, and then put us in front of the court of law, and the court of law decide what our penalties are. For that police officer to take that law into his hand and do what he did to that guy on the floor, says a lot about him. You see, as citizens, there's so many things that we don't catch on camera. As a police officer, there's so many decisions that you take that no one is watching you. So for you to do that in a public place like that shows who you are as a person. I think there is no excuse, nothing. As even if that guy killed someone, there's no excuse for what he did at the Manchester airport. You know? So for people to say, oh, yeah, he saw red, his colleagues were damaged, that's why he reacted. The guy was on the floor. For God's sake. When did the people that would entrust the laws into hands started taking into their own hand and dishing justice? You see, I've read so many reports recently regarding shoplifting, regarding our trust in our politicians, regarding our trust in the NHS. These are all institutions that hold this fabric, that hold this nation together. Our politicians, our judiciary, our business leaders. These are the best and best of us in our society. If these guys are behaving like this, what do you expect? What do you expect from the ordinary citizen? You see, I grew up in a war-torn country. And if you study and you analyze what caused the war, it's when people stopped trusting our institutions. When our institutions became used and abused by the people that we hold so dear. So I know we're rushing into things. I know everyone has an opinion. I know the police officer is a human being. But these institutions, the police should be the best and best in society, of us in a society. So before you say anything, I am judging it solely by that few second clip I saw. And the way it's been distributed. I saw Tommy Robinson headline, Muslims being arrested in Manchester airport. I heard on the radio some broadcasters saying, people are saying Allahu Akbar, so they mean wrong. Slowly, institutions that were also there is descending into chaos. And we're watching it happen. We're watching it happen live, and we're entertaining it as citizens. We're supporting it. I was listening yesterday to a very, to a well-respected broadcaster, and one of the presenters are giving excuses for this guy. As I know, for balance you have to, but sometimes you need to hold principles. You need to look at some things, and you know what? We are enraged, and slowly these things you may think, oh yeah, they're going for the blacks, they're going for the brown, slowly, but slowly, we're watching the institutions we hold so dear that hold us together descending into chaos, and we're allowing it to happen.